Hey guys, welcome to today's 16LXC's video. Today we are taking a look at TMS 061, that being the Loki from Loki. Now, I know this guy has been out for ages. It's just not a figure that I was originally thinking I would pick up, because I really don't like having heaps of different versions of the same character, unless it's Star Wars. So yeah, I try to limit myself to not having too many different versions of the same character. But after watching the Loki series itself, I changed my mind and decided this guy was a must-have, and thankfully it coincided with a 20% off sale at Pop Culture, so he was my only purchase during that sale. So he was 350 Australian. His regular price is about 440 Australian. If you ask around, you could probably get one slightly cheaper, but I know since the Loki season 2 finale, he has definitely gone up. The other thing that I was kind of thinking about was, well, this isn't actually the Loki that experienced all the events of the MCU. He's a different Loki, being the one that escaped during Endgame, and therefore continuing his story throughout the series. It's kind of going to be a similar thing if they release the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 Gamora, because again, technically, even though it's Gamora, it's not the same Gamora. So it just depends on how technical you want to be in terms of which character is what, etc. Anyway, let's get into our video. So we can see that it is the window box with a slip cover style that we're used to seeing for Marvel. So it does have Marvel Studios Loki. You can see the Loki logo there with the clock around the wonderful photo of Tom Hiddleston there as Loki from the series. I can see he's wearing the TVA jacket. Arms folded, coming down, it tells us that it's Loki. That's TMS 061, 1/6 scale collectible figure with our Hot Toys logos and stuff. The sides of the box just tell us that it is once again Loki, and you can see that logo there. The back of the box, they did do a kind of a neat thing here. It does just have your warning logos and like the Disney logo and whatnot on it, but more importantly at the very top, they've put the TVA logo there, which I think is a nice touch, for all time always. And then we can see a couple of stills from the show there, which again I think is a really nice touch. This side of the slipcover does continue the clock image with the continuation of the folded arms, and it once again tells us that it's Loki, and that's about it. The window box, while simple, does have a few nice touches on it also. So the actual window box where the tray would be, similar to what they did with Sylvie, they've actually made the box a TVA door, time door, which I think is awesome. The top of the box does just tell us that it's Loki. Again, TMS 061. The sides of the box are really neat as well. They are just done in this orange but TVA logo and Miss Minutes for all time always. So both sides are identical. And the back of the box, I really like this. The back of the box, they did decide to put a larger TVA logo there for all time always, and then underneath we have the logos for the show. So I really like the fact that they did that. Now this guy is real value for money. I didn't actually realize just how much he came with. I did watch the initial Sideshow unboxing when he first came out, but yeah, I just forgot that he comes with so much. So he does come with a total of 10 hands, which we will go through now. So he does have hands for holding his... So he does come with hands for holding his daggers. So you can see there, again, what we're used to with Hot Toys, with the really nice skin texturing and detailing. We've got the veins on the hand there. And again, really nice texturing. So as said, we get the right and left. We get two hands for holding the sword. If you want the sword or his other accessories in his right or left hand, you can do that. So again, the same texturing is done across all the hands. So have the other side there. We have this kind of reaching out, gesturing hand. You do get a right and left one of these as well. They could be actually used for the magic. I didn't actually have a look at which. Hand the magic spells go with. Because we have these hands as well, which I thought may have been the one for the magic. Just because of the way that they're shaped. We get the magic effects. So you can see where the appropriate hand is supposed to hold them, which is quite handy. So I was just seeing if I can fit one of the hands on there. No, that's right, I'm not going to fiddle with it now. So yeah, both are identical. So you get one for each hand, which is quite nice. I couldn't see whether if they're labeled left or right. So it'll be interesting to see if they are like that. We get the time bomb. Now, the other thing is if you don't own Sylvie, you'll really want to. Now, Pop Culture at the moment have discounted Sylvie and Loki in a bundle. You get two figures for, I think it's 700 Australian. So 350 Australian per figure if they're in the bundle. Otherwise, like I said, Loki is 440 by himself. So it's definitely worth getting the bundle. It's just I had Sylvie for ages, and I just only, like I said, I only recently decided to pick up the Loki. But having gotten him, I'd say definitely get him if you're on the fence. So what's also really cool is they've added the effect. Now Sylvie had this as well, to make it look like that it's detonating, because when you have a look at the bomb, you can kind of see the chain reaction, or the reaction being held inside there, and that's that same colouring just spreading out. So it's quite nice that they included that. If you would like to use it. Also an accessory that we've seen before is the TEM pad. So you can see it's very, very nicely detailed. It's got all the buttons there. It's got all that. Now that's it's closed, but when you open it, what you want to do is, oh, it's so small. You want to grab this little piece here, and you just want to place it over and give it a little press. And now you've got it how it appears when opened. So it's a nice touch as well. And then it separates quite easily as well. We get the prisoner collar. The instructions do say just to take the head sculpt off and place it on the neck if you want to use it, so the collar itself doesn't actually open. It's, you can see it's very nicely detailed, and it even has the danger, time displacement, stay clear warning on it, which I think is awesome that they put that level of detail on it. You can see it's got the light in the middle as well. No LEDs, of course, but it's still a very nice piece if you want to use it. So it's made out of like a rubbery material. But yeah, it looks quite nice. Another really nice accessory that we get is the computer. Once again, they have gone and they've detailed the entire keyboard, which is awesome. You can see that we've got miss minutes on the monitor there, and we've got all like the little buttons and knobs that the monitor had in the show. Coming around, you can see that the back and sides are very nicely painted and very nicely detailed. Zoom in on those keys there. So yeah, I think it's very, very nice touch. But the way we'd replicate that. We do, of course, get the TVA jacket. Now, I'm not sure why, but for whatever reason, I was expecting it to be pleather, but it is actually like a spray jacket material. So you won't have to really worry about it flaking or anything, because it's proper material. It does say variant on the back. The instructions do say when you're putting on the figure, the only thing you have to do is remove the figure's hands and then just slide the arms through. Then you should be able to get it on without too many issues. We get Miss Minutes. So she is stuck in the pose, but you can see she's also translucent. It's nicely painted, and you get not one, but two Miss Minutes. So you also get her in a not so happy pose as well, which is quite cool. The final accessory you get, oh no, not even. That's what I mean. There's so much. This guy just comes with so much. Underneath the tray, you do get a TVA door. Now Sylvie had this as well. It is just plastic, but like window box plastic. But there's a way you can get it to stand it up, and it is a nice touch if you want to display them with it. I personally haven't used it just because of the amount of space it takes up. Now we also do get this little tray here that has our weapons. So we do get a sword, very nicely painted. It's got weathering. The wrappings on the hilt are very nicely sculpted and painted. So despite being plastic, it looks the part. You can see the gold is weathered, so it's really quite nice. We do get the same sword, this time on fire. So awesome flame effect there as well. Same hilt, and the flames are semi-translucent. And now finally, we do get 2 daggers that are identical. They do look brand new, non-weathered, probably for the fact that Loki conjures them, so there'd be no reason for them to be weathered. Similar design to what we we got with the original Avengers Loki, just the fact that they've got hilts now. The other daggers that he came with previously didn't have hilts. And we of course get our Loki display stand. Marvel Studios Loki, we can see a silhouette of Loki there, and then it says Loki. So really, really quite nice. Alrighty, let's get our Loki out here. So this is an amazing portrait of Tom Hiddleston as Loki. I mean, look at that. You can see the likeness and the hairstyle, even though it's sculpted, you can see all the separate strands of hair. This is a really, really nice sculpt, and I'm really glad that I picked this guy up. As said, I probably would definitely, I mean, I know I already have Sylvie, but just my opinion, I wouldn't get Sylvie or Loki without the other. And the Sylvie figure is gorgeous anyway, but if you're not a Sylvie fan, that's perfectly fine. Just my opinion that they go together, so why not? Okay, you can see the strapping for the kind of makeshift sheath for the sword. We'll get to that later, or holster for the sword. You can see he has 3 buttons there, and then the buttons continue down. He has the TVA tie and the TVA belt. You can see the right and left fists that I've left on the figure. Coming down, we have the brown pants, and then the black shoes. I have heard that a few people are kind of annoyed that when you're kind of posing him, the shirt bunches up at the shoulders, because it is a tight fit. So a lot of people don't like that creasing that we get when we move the shirt around, but I suppose it sort of does reflect a real shirt in that sense, because if you're going to do a lot of exercise or running around in a business shirt, it is going to crinkle and crease anyway. Alrighty. So side profile is pretty straightforward. We can see the clips there. Coming down, we just see the belt, the shoes, that back profile. And so you can see the kind of, like I said, holstery sheathing for the sword, so you can carry the sword on his back. Now I did check the instructions. The instructions don't say anything about removing this for the jacket, so I'm assuming it's because it just presses down, and the jacket is quite large anyway, so you should be fine. Once again, just see just how much effort they put into that hand there, with the hand hair. And then of course, this side profile is identical to the other side. So there's no differences in the shirt, etc. So yeah, overall, like I said, this guy is real good value for money in terms of accessories. And if you can get, like I said, if you pick up that bundle and you're able to get Sylvie and him both discounted, then it's a pretty good deal. But yeah, I mean, I think I only paid $3.80 for my Sylvie anyway, but I did know that during the 20% people were getting some ridiculous deals. I think people were even getting Sylvie and Loki for $2.30 each or something crazy. So there were deals to be had, but nonetheless, I'm glad with this, and I'm glad that I do have the Sylvie. I will probably put the Sylvie video in the comments just so you guys can see. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. This has been our look at TMS 061 Loki. Hopefully you did enjoy the video and you found the information useful. In terms of upcoming content, we will at some stage have Goblin and Doc Ock, as well as the Grand Inquisitor and Cobb Vanth, but I haven't been sent my invoices or anything for that yet, so we know they're in stock. Pop Culture's website's updated massively over the last 2 days, and they've thrown up a whole heap of the new batch, so it's just a matter of waiting for my invoices and then hoping they ship out. Anyway, guys, once again, thank you for watching.